And on this Friday, May 22nd, 2026 edition of Newsmakers, former Vice President Kamala Harris, who has reportedly been toying with another run for president, is calling for an expansion of the U.S. Supreme Court. But at a Capitol Hill hearing, Texas Republican Congressman Lance Gooden says that puts her out of touch with her own party.
In 2019, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg stated, "I think it was a bad idea when President Franklin Roosevelt tried and failed to pack the court."
The House Judiciary Subcommittee hearing is examining the possibility of adding justices to the U.S. Supreme Court. Democrats on the committee call the High Court corrupt and partial, pointing to rulings on abortion and redistricting that they disagree with. Republicans say Democrats are playing a dangerous game and trying to pack the court with justices who only agree with their points of view. U.S. Muslim organizations are condemning a proposed Senate hearing they say promotes anti-Muslim conspiracy theories. The Council on American Islamic Relations and the Muslim Public Affairs Council are urging the Senate Judiciary Committee to cancel the hearing. The groups argue the event portrays Muslim institutions and civic organizations as national security threats without credible evidence. They also criticized related congressional activity tied to the Sharia Free America Caucus and warned the rhetoric can contribute to harassment and violence against Muslim Americans. Their leaders say the controversy has intensified following a deadly hate crime attack at the Islamic Center of San Diego earlier this week. Meanwhile, the San Diego mosque shooting is raising concerns about the concept of accelerationism. John Fink reports.
Investigators reviewing writings tied to the mosque attack say the suspects expressed support for a form of violent extremism known as accelerationism. Experts say that ideology pushes people to use violence to speed up the collapse of society, often tied to white supremacist beliefs. In this case, researchers say the suspects' writings referenced past mass killings and included statements calling for chaos and a larger conflict. Authorities are still analyzing these documents, and the investigation into motive and any wider connections is ongoing. I'm John Fink.
A Texas board has suspended the nursing license of Camp Mystic's co-director in a scathing order that accuses her of not helping children evacuate during last year's catastrophic floods. The suspension is one of the state's first actions since the July 4th tragedy against a member of the family that owns and operates Camp Mystic. The pre-dawn flooding along the Guadalupe River killed 25 girls and 2 teenage counselors at the all-girls Christian camp. Mary Liz Eastland, a registered nurse, served as the camp's medical officer. Her father-in-law, Camp Mystic owner Richard Eastland, also died in the flood. Camp Mystic attorney Joshua Fiveson says Eastland rejects the findings and will fight the suspension. According to the order, the board will issue a final decision on her license within 2 months. And that's Newsmakers for this Friday, May 22nd, 2026 edition. I'm Keith Black.